Hello, I'm Daniela Saioni, six-figure solopreneur and founder of the Coffee Break MBA program for creatives who want to start or grow online businesses. The MBA stands for Maximum Bliss Accelerator, by the way, because I coach my coffee breakers on all the online marketing techniques that changed my life from one of never-ending work to one of travel, freedom, and limitless joy. And I'm coming to you today from Rome to talk about why so many entrepreneurs utilize the concept of manifestation in their businesses. When I started my online course business in 2020 as a union worker on film sets with no digital marketing background, I did as much research as I could on successful entrepreneurs. And I was surprised at how often the concept of manifestation, creative visualization, the law of attraction, the law of assumption, and other metaphysical concepts in that general wheelhouse of attracting abundance came up as a common denominator in some of the guiding principles used by prominent business and marketing thinkers and coaches. Understanding that thoughts really do become things was something I admit I had to wrap my head around at first, because like most of us who did not grow up in the 1%, destructive money mindsets were firmly ingrained in our psyches from a very young age. Myths like you have to work harder to earn more money, and money is the root of all evil, and so many other negative money mindsets that I now believe in hindsight were designed to keep us poor and trading our time for money so we could make other people wealthy. I definitely had to make the mental transition of understanding that money itself was neither good nor bad, and not a finite resource either, but one that is actually limitless and available to everyone before I could truly launch my business. Because if you believe money is evil, then you also probably think of sales as a process of convincing people to give you their money, which can feel icky, rather than providing them with a service that will improve their life in exchange for the money, which will allow you to live an abundant lifestyle so that you can keep helping more people with the service or product you provide. And I also had to understand that I was worthy, as we all are, of receiving abundance. Whether you define abundance as money, love, freedom to pursue creativity, or all of the above and more. It sounds so simple, and it is fundamental. If we believe, even subconsciously, especially subconsciously, that we do not deserve abundance, we create a resistance to achieving it. We self-sabotage on a deep level without even realizing it. We can just as easily use that energy to visualize and feel and believe that we already have that which we are seeking. But manifestation is not that you make a wish or create a vision board and poof, you have what you want. Oh no. As Mel Robbins says, because I love her definition, manifestation is not hoping, wishing, or dreaming. It is preparing your body, mind, and spirit to take the actions to get what you want. When you stop and think about it, everything or experience you've ever gone out and obtained started with a desire for that thing, starting probably with an image in your mind's eye. For example, I thought it was high time to come back to Rome, so I thought about it, booked the flight and hotel on a site that allowed me to pay later, and then I took concrete steps to raise the money. That's right, I put it in my calendar before I earned the money, and here I am. People manifest their dream homes, life partners, seven-figure businesses, and more by first declaring or asking for what they want, then not only acknowledging that it is possible, but really imagining what life looks and feels like once they have it, acting as if they have it, then taking the steps required to get there. But there's one more step: letting go of the anxiety surrounding the goal. This is the principle of the law of assumption, which often gets attributed to Neville Goddard, who may have named it, but which you can find spelled out clearly in a book written in the 1930s by Florence Scovel Shinn called The Game of Life and How to Play It. And it's an idea which has no doubt been around for centuries before that. To summarize the law of assumption, if you want something, the key to getting it is to act as if you already have it. Feel the feeling of that. Then let go of the anxiety of worrying that it isn't there yet. That's the harder part for most of us. And then trusting that the universe will provide. Sounds a bit crazy on paper at first, but after reading old school businessman Napoleon Hill's book Think and Grow Rich, which also outlines a process for manifestation, which he wrote, by the way, after studying the practices of Andrew Carnegie, one of the richest men in the world at that time, I thought, if they could think things into being, why couldn't I? I'm a creative after all, and imagination is one of our superpowers. So I tested it out. I needed to raise $12,000 US by the end of the month to cover some large bills and a trip to New York City, and I decided that I just wasn't going to stress out about it. Instead, I was going to book my trip to New York and trust that the money would come. I acted like it was already there, a technique which, incidentally, if you try it, removes so much unnecessary stress from your life, as someone who used to wake up in the middle of the night panicking about money. Of course, I also thought up a marketing plan for the month that would have a chance of getting me there, set it in motion, and then let go of any worry around achieving it. A few days later, a world recession was announced in the media, and as the weeks rolled on, I had a lower than average sales month. I kept my cool and went on with my life, and with just 3 days to go, my marketing plan had resulted in 7 of the 12,000 I needed. I was short of my goal by 5,000 US. I still trusted it would come, something I never could have done just a few short years ago before hearing others' manifestation stories. And as I was cleaning out my dresser one day, I came across a US dollar credit card that I had been approved for before lockdown, but forgot about and never activated, and it was still not yet expired. Can you guess what the credit limit was? Exactly 5,000 US. And after playing this game with the universe and practicing this mindset over and over again ever since, I know now for a fact that as long as you can dream it and believe it, you will get there eventually, because the universe is always on time. This is why, along with all the practical marketing and course creation training and coaching in my Coffee Break MBA program, a course and community with weekly live group coaching, I have a whole module and ongoing conversations called Money Mindset Mondays. Because one of the major steps to starting a successful business that can change your life is changing your mindset around money. Click the link below to find out more about my Coffee Break MBA program, which is full of like-minded creative solopreneurs, so you can't help but advance in your business. Because when in Rome, have an abundant day.